Hello, I'm Bill Dawson, horticulturalist, and I'm out here at Oakland Nursery, the Columbus location, and I'm with Mitchell Stark, and we're talking fruit trees. A lot of people are getting interested in growing fruit at home. And so, Mitchell, what would you say for some good selection of fruit trees in your backyard?
Okay, for the beginning, fruit tree connoisseur, growing up, taking care of your own mini orchard. There are two varieties of fruits that I really like to grow. They're super easy. And one of them is a cherry. You're going to have a very large variety of cherries out there, from semi-sweet to tart, great for pies, canning, all that. Most cherry trees and shrubs are actually self-fertile, self-pollinating, so you really only need one to really get a good bounty on it. More than one, always good idea, increases the bounty, and the cross-pollination between the two, even though they're self-fertile, can increase the bounty. Okay. Now, the second fruit tree that I like to talk about is actually the easiest to grow. It is the apple tree. Now, we have a good selection of apple trees over here, ranging anywhere from tart to sweet. You've got Red Delicious, you've got Macintosh, all great for just straight eating, canning, or pies. Now, with apple trees and any fruit trees that you're looking for ones grown on a semi-dwarf or dwarf rootstock. Anything different, a standard rootstock will get upwards of 20 to 25 feet tall, and it's probably a little bit harder to manage in like your backyard.
And even the dwarfs can get some size to them.
Oh, yes.
People think dwarf and it's going to stay the same size it is, and it's still going to get 15 feet or so.
Easily 15 feet.
Yeah.
Now, that brings me to our next topic. The most important thing about fruit trees is actually not only taking care of the fruits, but pruning. Yeah. Good pruning keeps their branches sturdy and strong, able to bear the weight of all of that extra fruit, and leaves it easier for harvesting and picking towards the end of the year. You'll definitely want to stop them from getting up towards of 10 feet tall. You can go ahead and prune back the leaders and keep the branches growing out and low. Like I said, it makes it really, really easy for harvesting at the end of the year.
So other than that, taking care of them, I know, there are some methods. Bugs sometimes get at them, worms sometimes get at them. Mm-hmm. So to have a simple maintenance plan for those along with the pruning is important.
Extremely important. So you'll want to keep a very rigid fertilization schedule, mm-hmm. and you want to make sure that your pesticides, whether organic or not, are regularly treated onto your plants, because once you get an infestation of insects, whether it be scale, worms, grubs, anything like that, you're in for some trouble. Yeah. And you're fighting an uphill battle.
Planting a tree this size, it's going to bear in 5 years?
Actually, most of our apple trees come in fairly, mature.
That's some age.
So you're looking at fruits sometimes the next year. Okay. We've gotten Granny Smith trees in with full apples on them before. Wow. Okay. It's incredible. Yeah. But personally, and if I were you guys at home, for the first 2 to 3 years, pick off every single fruit that you see. What that's going to do is trick the plant into thinking that it's not producing enough fruit, and that'll produce more over time. Yep. Also, when you see bunches start bunching up, go through and pick off all but one bunch. That's going to focus all of that nice growth energy to that one fruit, and you'll have a much more delicious, much more substantial apple at the end.
Great. All good information. And you're going to find these fruit trees here and at any of the Oakland Nursery locations. And so really it's not too hard to get a small orchard started, mm-hmm. A couple of trees in the backyard, and then you can make me pies.
You can make absolutely anything. You're going to have so many apples that you're giving them away to your friends.
Well, that's
and family.
The good part about it is, you're growing enough for yourself, your friends, your family. The food pantry, exactly. Is all really good. Food's about sharing, right?
Exactly.
And so when you grow it yourself, you're awfully proud of it. Mm-hmm. And so again, you can find these at Oakland Nursery. Come and see us. This is Bill Dawson. I'm with Mitchell, and we'll see you next time.